He's a pop culture icon. She's a tennis legend. Sir Elton John and Billie Jean King. Over 40 years of friendship, and today, for the 22nd time, they bring their shared vision and love for music and sports together to benefit one very worthy cause. And with them, some of the game's greats. Andy Roddick, Martina Hingis, Clijsters, John McEnroe and others, all looking to give back to the sport of tennis that is given to them. A charity tennis event for AIDS awareness and research comes to London for the first time at historic Royal Albert Hall. It's Milan World Team Tennis Smash Hits, presented by Walgreens and a Merry Sauce Bergen. Next. From Royal Albert Hall in London, it's Milan World Team Tennis Smash Hits. Here are the players for Team Billie Jean King and Team Elton John. Some familiar names to Smash Hits, as well as some new faces to this unique event where music and sport come together for a worthy cause. Now let's welcome the players onto the court. First up, Team Billie Jean King, Jamie Murray, Sabine Lisicki, Clijsters and Tim Henman. Now, Team Elton John, Martina Hingis, Heather Watson, Andy Roddick and John McEnroe. Here's a look at the format for this evening. A reminder, there are 2 men and 2 women per team. The coaches are Billie Jean King and Elton John. 5 sets of tennis, men's and women's singles, doubles and mixed doubles. Each set is the first of 5 games. There is a 9-point tiebreaker at 4 games all. For the official rules, one of the biggest differences is lets are in play. So when the ball hits the let on the serve, you have to play the points. Doubles, your partner can actually run over and play the point. Substitutions are allowed, there is no ad scoring, and there's cumulative game scoring, so every game counts. Here's the order of play for tonight. And now, time to welcome Billie Jean King and Elton John.
First of all, just tell me, where did it all start? You have a friendship that dates back 40 years.
Oh, don't remind us. No, back in 1973, I met Elton. 2 weeks before I played Bobby Riggs, actually, in Los Angeles. And from then on, we're great friends.
And of course, you wrote Philadelphia for Billie Jean, is that right?
I wrote Philadelphia Freedom for Billie Jean. She wanted a song for the Philadelphia Freedoms. And I was recording in Colorado. And I wrote the song after Bernie, my lyricist, wrote the lyric. Took it down to her because they were having the World Team Tennis Playoff Finals there into Denver. And I said, what do you think of this? And she said, I really like it. And it was a #1 record. There you go.
Wow, how fantastic.
He's being a little modest.
Now, of course, we've seen a lot of tennis here during the course of the week, Elton. And all the players, they just love playing here. But of course, you must have played here in very different circumstances. What is it like to play here as an artist?
It's a beautiful venue. I mean, it's one of the most historic venues in the world, and there's so much history in this building. You can't help but be moved every time you come here for an event. I've seen tennis here, I've seen classical concerts, I've seen pop concerts. It's a beautiful place to come, and it's a very inspiring place to play. I'm sure the tennis players love playing here, and I love playing here as well, and I've done a lot of shows here. So it's a magical place, and I think it's going to be a magical night.
It certainly is. Now, I know normally in team tennis you would get out there on the court, but of course you've just had your knees operated on, is that right?
I've just had knee surgery about 5 weeks ago tomorrow. It's just keyhole surgery, and I'll be back on the court in January. It was the first time I've missed playing in 22 events, but it's no loss for the crowd. But it's a loss for me.
Yes, well, I think we're very sad that you're not going to get out there, but I hope that they recover well. Now, Billie Jean, what can the audience expect tonight?
Well, it's fantastic. It'll be very fast-moving. Everything's by 1 point. Every game counts, so pay attention to the total score. And most importantly, we're here to raise money for the Elton John AIDS Foundation and help others. So we're really thrilled that we're finally in London for the first time. It's the first time we've been outside the United States in 22 years, so we're thrilled to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here, and everyone is so excited. Now, have you given your teams a pep talk?
Oh, no. The team's been giving me a pep talk to make it through it. No. I'm thrilled with all the players that are here. We really are pleased, and they donate their time and to come out here and play for this great cause of the AIDS Foundation. We can't thank the players enough for being here and giving us this time and this effort.
Absolutely. And you're happy with your team? Have you given any advice?
No, you don't give Andy Roddick and Martina Hingis and John McEnroe or Heather Watson advice. I have to say that Andy and John McEnroe have been doing this for us for a long time, and they really are. They've stepped up to the plate time and time again for us. So I'd really like to say thank you to them and for all the newcomers that we got tonight on the team tennis. But for Andy and John McEnroe, they've been with us practically all the way. So give them a round of applause, please.
Absolutely. Well, let's get this show on the road. Have a great time. Good luck to both teams, Sir Elton John, Billie Jean King, and the two teams, ladies and gentlemen.
We've now met both teams and the coaches. When we come back, it's women's doubles to kick off this year's Milan World Team Tennis Smash Hits. Time to get started with the call of the matches. Here are Simon Reed and Chris Wilkinson.
It's the kind of play that took her to the Wimbledon final a couple of years ago. So terrific start for Sabine Lisicki.
Oh, wonderful movement here from Clijsters. Very quick across the court.
Well, this is a terrific start to this match, and on the caption we have there, of course, the black team is the Elton John team, and the white team is for Billie Jean. She says she's not giving any advice, but maybe it's going to be impossible.
Good y'all.
Already you can see there's a greater edge to this match than there has been for most of this week.
The court two hitting so far has been excellent. All four players really up for this one.
Rare error from Hingis. Here's break point. Clijsters to receive. And with no ads, they have 2 break points.
Game point, receiver's choice.
So, receiving team chosen Lisicki to take this return. magic of Martina Hingis, picking that one so well, and a clinical finish.
First game.
It's just wonderful watching the movement of the net by all the players, in particular there, Hingis. Incidentally, he's played on the WTA Tour a lot this season in the doubles, nearly qualified for the year in finals with Panetta.
So no change round at the end of the first game, which we historically have, and none after 3 games. The changeover will be after 4 games. They're not meant to stop, but maybe just a swig here and there and a towel down, but that's after 4 games.
Love.
Great to see Clijsters back on the tennis court. She's looking very sharp. Spot on from Watson.
30-15.
Watching Martina play, I really love her court craft, has a good understanding of where to move, which part of the court to cover.
Again, that tennis brain works so quickly for Hingis.
30-40.
Break point.
Game point, receiver's choice.
So Deuce, game point, and Heather Watson is going to receive for Elton's team.
Game, Team Billie Jean.
Decent serve from Clijsters.
1 game all.
You can see a high standard already. These young women didn't practice beforehand, which I found extraordinary. Straight on court playing
Martina Hingis
this caliber
serve.
of tennis. Shot that was from Sabine Lisicki.
Yeah, really good hands there from Lisicki.
Love 15.
Very quick at the net. Look at the reactions here.
all.
Yeah, Hingis never had the biggest serve, but the placement was quite exceptional.
Out. 30-15.
Hingis, of course, who was #1 in the world at the age of 16 and a Grand Slam winner. Sees the opening so quickly, doesn't she?
Yeah, reads the game so well. She's already moving for this ball before the opponents have hit it. A good lesson for anyone watching when you're watching good doubles is look at the net player, where their head's moving, where their eyes are looking, always looking forwards.
Team Elton.
Good work in the net from Heather Watson. And Elton's team
Team Elton leads 2 games to 1.
into the lead. Remember the change round after 4 games. These players seem to know what they're doing. They know
Lisicki
the
to
rules
serve.
pretty well.
Huh? 15 love.
Might have been wide. Martina strolling up to have a look, but
30
she's
love.
letting it go. Would have been close.
Watson to let that one go, whether that forehand from Lisicki would have gone
40
in.
love.
Yeah, searching shot from Hingis.
40-15. Team Billie Jean.
Great serve
2 games off.
from Lisicki. She has the world record serve at around 130 miles an hour. That one much tamer, but right on the line.
More from the Royal Albert Hall in a moment.
Huh? 15 love.
Yeah, that movement is so important for a net player. Can influence the point without even hitting the ball.
Huh? 30 love.
You see there, just those 2 returns. I mean, they're missing because of the presence of Hingis at the net.
Love.
Hingis making a move. Lisicki saw it. Lisicki made the move, but was very lucky to put that one away. Right off the frame.
Game Team Elton.
So Team Elton move ahead again. Remember, it's the first of
Team Elton
5
leads
games.
3 games to 2. Love 15.
Good comeback after the double for Kim.
15 all.
They
Good rewards from the use of the wide serve to the forehand side.
All.
Clijsters making it difficult for herself here. Retired a couple of times, of course, back in 2007 and then 2 years ago. Razor sharp across to that.
40-30. Team Billie Jean.
We're sure about the let call.
3 games all.
Once a little inelegant. So 3 games all it is.
Yeah. Heather and Martina. What's so funny is Martina Hingis is the one that plays Milan World Team Tennis all season in America. And she's the one that forgot we play lets on the serve. We have no lets, basically.
No, it takes some getting used to.
But you just keep playing. That's the main thing. And also, you can't argue with the umpire on it. Because a lot of times players go, oh, that was a let. This was let. We got rid of all that. And 98% of lets are all playable, especially on serve.
And
John.
John.
Either person thinks to get it back on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Either player. John's just being John.
I want to know what he just said to them.
Oh, he's just telling her mind. He's giving her a bad time.
Right, okay.
Okay, thanks.
Speak in a minute.
What a divine.
Love 15.
Combining really well at the moment.
Love 30.
It can be yours if the price is right. There we go.
15-30.
Super stretch, wasn't it, from Hingis? You can see she's playing so
30
regularly.
all.
Ranked 11 in the world on the WTA Tour in doubles.
40-30.
She's gone wide a lot on that forehand. Some big swings there from Lisicki.
Quite the same as Hingis, but
Game point.
not many
Receiver's choice.
women have that ability. So, sudden death here. It'll be Clijsters to receive. Clijsters threading the needle.
Game. Team Billie Jean. Team Billie Jean leads 4 games to 3.
Very strong returning from Clijsters in that particular game. Looking very solid there.
Team Billie Jean now just a game away from opening up with a victory. It's the margin of victory which can be most important.
Up. Love 15. 30.
The pressure on now.
Here we go. Fine.
It does go 4-all. They'll be in for a tie-break. 9-point tie-break.
Love 40.
Looks like the pressure's telling. So here are, well, in essence, there are 4 break points here for Hingis and Watson.
Game, Team Elton.
Yeah, well, that was not the best of Sabine Lisicki. Obviously extra pressure here, and here even someone who's got to a Wimbledon final
4 games all,
suffering.
first set, tiebreak.
So it is a tie-break, first to 5 points.
First to 5.
Yeah, probably a bit of nerves out there as well. Not surprising. When you look at the people that are around you, expecting you to do well. Easy to get a little nervous at the difficult times.
We go in order.
Yes, you're being judged by the very best. It's very
Henman
close call.
2, Kim 2. Do we change sides? Okay, here we go.
She made the move, knew exactly what Watson was doing, and surprised she missed it.
One all. Two, 2-1, Team Elton.
Clijsters and Lisicki have gone off the boil a little here. Surprise Hingis.
Team Elton
Missed that.
is challenging the call
Challenging.
on the baseline. Ball was called out.
Not sure they're going to get too far with this one.
Send it long from here. Just want to
Ball
keep all on
stands,
their toes.
2-all. Players change sides.
They're allowed 2 challenges per team per set or match. So that's 1 gone for Team Elton. Martina Hingis. And the first man up to applaud that, John McEnroe. And you can imagine McEnroe playing a shot like this.
Again, just such a good understanding of what shots to hit.
Magic in the Clijsters making a bold move, but wasn't able to do enough there. And Hingis clinical.
4-2, Team Elton.
So Hingis and Watson on the brink here, 4-2. Fabulous. What a finish.
5 games to 2.
For Hingis and Watson from Team Elton. Came back big time. Just a few nerves, it seemed, from Lisicki and Clijsters. But it's Team Elton off to a great start.
Right, let's come and have a quick word with Team Elton here. Heather, that was a great start for your team.
Great start off the blocks. Thank gosh I've got Martina with me today. She's like a spider monkey on the net. Yeah, I'm a bit out of breath.
Let's have a word with you, Martina. What a wonderful lob you came up with under the most intense pressure out there.
Well, I missed a couple before, so I was going for that. I want to put one in, so it was a good moment. And thanks, Heather. You know, she started off very well, keep the confidence, keep us in the game. And when we broke back, I was like, okay, now let's go. Team Elton.
So much tension out there. Well done, Martina Hingis, Heather Watson.
Team Elton John off to a good start. Let's see if Andy Roddick and John McEnroe can keep it going as they take on Tim Henman and Jamie Murray. Coming up next, you're watching Milan World Team Tennis matches.
We've just seen the women's doubles, which Elton John's team won at the very, very last throw of the dice. And that was Heather Watson and Martina Hingis. And what we have now, so that means that Elton John leads Billie Jean 5-4 at the moment, because that was the score in that match. Every game counts for a cumulative score at the end, and so it couldn't be much tighter than that as we head into the second match of 5, which is the men's doubles. This is almost a Davis Cup tie, although I'm not sure that Roddick and McEnroe will ever perhaps have sort of, from an age perspective, have found themselves on the same side of the net. But anyway, it's the USA against Great Britain. It's Jamie Murray and Tim Henman against Roddick and McEnroe. And here are Chris Wilkinson and Simon Reed.
15 love.
Jamie, of course, and Tim, both Davis Cup players, and great start for Jamie there. Interesting, the crowd quickly into this. They've grasped the concept and embraced it. There's a
15 all.
fabulous return from McEnroe down to the feet of the 6'3" Murray.
Yeah, it's a problem when you're lefty serving to a lefty. If you don't get enough swing on it, it's into their forehand hitting zone.
Returns are vicious. Roddick piling in with that one.
15-30.
Roddick beaten this afternoon in the seniors event by Fernando Gonzalez, but a terrific match it was. Going to a champions tiebreaker to finish. But he looks rejuvenated out there now.
There's great involvement there from Tim, because he's realised that maybe Jamie struggled in the last couple of points, so that's his time to get involved, help his partner out.
$40-30.
That time from Johnny Mack. And the racket goes down in disgust at that one shot, still searching for perfection.
First game, second set.
the cumulative score on
Roddick
the
to
right.
serve.
That's the important stat.
Short take back there from Murray, just using the pace there from the serve.
Love 15. All.
Billie Jean, I think, consoling Sabine Lisicki after that first match. Timely intervention by the British net.
Brilliant movement. As soon as his return was down low, Murray was off.
So, in essence, 3 break points here. But he didn't mean it. Especially as it lost the game. It might well have won them the whole thing. He nearly took Tim out. He moved very well to get out. That's woken him up.
Right. Quick word with Elton here. Bit of a break of serve there, Sir Elton, but any advice?
Yeah, that was a very unexpected break there, and a bit of a blow, I would say. So we have to break straight back, but it's going to be these guys are playing very well.
This is high-level tennis, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I hope it is. I don't like. No, I love to see people going at it.
You don't like pitter-patter?
No, don't.
Faffing?
No, got to do the real thing.
There's no faffing out here.
Yeah, I know.
He's had a purple patch, Jamie Murray. That's certainly made a mistake. Yeah, there's certainly no faffing here.
Oh! 15-30.
Double faults are catching. Roddick made sure with that slice volley.
15-40.
Good quality of the return taken so early there from McEnroe. Makes life easy for his partner.
One break point gone for Team Elton, but remember they've still got 2 more. The orthodox one here and then the sudden death point. I thought he was setting it up for a grandstand finish there, McEnroe.
Game point, receiver's choice.
So receiver's choice here. Game point either way. And they're going to have McEnroe receive. It was well long.
Team Billie Jean leads 3-0, second set.
So suddenly
Overall,
things are changing round
7-5.
dramatically. And Team Billie Jean King, as you can see, having been a game down after the first match, are now 2 games to the good.
Yeah, that's where the format sort of kicks in. If a team get a bit of momentum going, as Henman and Murray have just done, it, the scoreline changes so rapidly.
Yeah, McEnroe so cool, read the let cord perfectly.
15 love.
Yeah, it's not going their way. Double fault this time from Johnny Mack. He looks less than delirious about the way things are going. So delicate there from Henman. But Matt will know that he set him up for that.
Yeah, but Murray returning so well, though. He doesn't take a big swing. That's why it's so effective. He gets it down nice and low.
That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, really good tennis. Very sharp stuff out here.
30 all.
That attack, 111 out wide. So after a difficult start, McEnroe beginning to find his form now. Roddick thought he got it.
Game point, receiver's choice.
So once again, it's game point. So Henman going to receive. Well, he nearly took Henman out before, so that was bound to happen.
Team Billie Jean King off to a quick start in set 2. While they change ends, it gives us a chance to look back at the auction that was held earlier.
8-5 overall.
Tonight is all about raising funds for the Elton John AIDS Foundation. And earlier this evening, Sir Elton John, Billie Jean King and all the players were high up in Royal Albert Hall at a VIP reception and auction. Close to 200 people were in attendance, including several executives from Milan, the event's title sponsor. Many items were on the docket, among them 2 US Open packages, a Wimbledon package featuring a visit from John McEnroe, a hit with US Open champion Kim Clijsters, and one of Elton John's personally autographed piano benches. The auction raised $250,000 in sum as part of a $1 million plus evening of fundraising for this very worthy cause. It's all about doing good and doing well. As Mylin would say, seeing is believing.
I must say, I thought this would be a difficult one for Murray and Henman against Roddick and McEnroe, but scoreboard gives that the lie.
Yeah, as a team, a combination, Murray and Henman actually gel well together. Both move well, communicate together. For me, Murray's been the player of this match so far. They're not missing anything at the net. You know, often they're not going for the winner, but they're making sure they play the volley.
This could be a really crucial point in the whole evening now.
Game, Team Billie Jean.
Yeah.
Second set.
Johnny Mack took us through that one. He caught the ball, hit the net. The net cord hit the net. And McEnroe forgot he was playing tennis.
That's hilarious.
And they just love it now. Look how they've received that. And it's 5-love.
Right, let's come and have a word with you, Tim. My goodness, I think you've just wounded their pride a little bit.
Well, Jamie did actually just say to me at the end, you know, should we actually charge them for this lesson? But I thought that was a little bit below the belt.
I'm not sure what they're going to think about that, but you were on fire out there, Tim.
Well, we played, yeah, we caught them a bit cold, and we certainly got off to a good start. So we don't want to sing before we're winning. There's a long way to go. So, but it was good match for us.
Yeah, and what do you think was especially working well for you both?
Well, he put me into retirement. So my last match was playing Davis Cup with Jamie, and my back was so bad after it that I just couldn't carry him any longer. So it's good to be back on court with him.
And Jamie, you picked a good partner here?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah. He gave me a duffin the other night, so I was determined to put on a good performance for him and keep him smiling all the way through.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got your teams out here. Any advice for your team in this next one?
Yeah, hit aces, hit winners. That'll be fine for us, won't it?
It sounds good to me. Well played. You've put your team ahead. Tim Henman, Jamie Murray.
Impressive win by Tim Henman and Jamie Murray for Team Billie Jean King. Next up, women's singles. More Mylin WTT smash hits in a moment.
He knows every tennis player in the world. I mean, players, think he only knows like the top 2 people. Like I'll get players that are, ranked number 300 and say, so-and-so, this is Elton, and then they're going, hi, and then he'll go, oh yes, I saw where you played the other day, and you did this and you did that, and oh, your rankings got up or down. I mean, it's like they go, what? And it's amazing how your mind works.
Yeah, well,
but you're such a dear friend, and I really am so lucky to have you in my life.
And ironically, we work harder probably now than we did when we first met. I mean, we both had grueling schedules. She was a tennis player, I was a musician. But we both have other things in our lives now that were really important. And Billie will say she's more tired now than she was before, because she's on a plane, she's doing World Team Tennis, she's doing women's sport, she's in the AIDS Foundation, she's got other things she wants to do. She's relentless in the fact that she wants to do and make a difference. Anyone who goes to a kid, I've seen her do this, when kids are playing in a tennis court, she can't walk by a tennis court without going by and saying to the kid, you're doing this wrong, and let me help you do this. That is so endearing and just shows you where she is at in her life and how she has been like that. She's a driving force. I'm a driving force. Together we're a formidable team. And as long as we're alive, we will be a formidable team.
Mixed troubles right here.
Mixed troubles, yeah.
Watch out.
Watson to serve.
So here we are at the Albert Hall, and that's the score at the moment, 9-5 to Billie Jean's team ahead of Elton John's, and the women's singles is just underway.
15.
And a huge forehand from Sabine Lisicki, taking on Heather Watson. Lisicki, of course, had a very difficult end to the women's doubles. Yeah, just to atone here. She's got the weaponry to do it. See if the head's in the right place.
all.
Lisicki only 25 years of age, ranked 26 at the moment. Bad career with injuries, so ranking has seesawed up and down over the last 5 years. But she's played her best in the UK, in London, so see if she can continue that here. Mother, of course, born in Guernsey, lives in London, spends a lot of her time in the States, but she hasn't played for nearly a couple of months. Women's season ended mid-October.
Team Billie Jean is challenging the call on the left baseline. Ball was called out.
Didn't look as if it was out, but let's have a look.
Call stands. 30-40.
Still break point. Still a couple left.
Game point. Receiver's choice.
So here's her last chance. It won't do her confidence any good if Watson can sneak this game.
Team Elton.
Lisicki plays that there's no holding back. It's pretty much going for it on pretty much every shot.
Third set.
So Watson just nice and solid there.
Last game by Team Elton. Lost 5 in a row in the previous match, of course.
Hill set up for the quality of the return. Nice and deep. Lisicki on the back foot.
Brain fuse, I'm afraid. That's a fine rally from Heather Watson. Really taking charge.
Nicely constructed, wasn't it? That wide forehand there opened up the court, and then this one just taken slightly earlier.
So 4 break points. And she made it look easy. And Lisicki a little down in the dumps.
Leads 2-0.
Heather Watson
Third set.
looking as if she might really give her team a boost here, timely boost. Couldn't afford to lose this one. They would be a long way back. Of course, it can all be decided in the final match, but if you have a healthy lead, you're long odds on to win. needs to let fly. She mustn't go in a shell. She's so much a better player when she's aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the way she plays. There's no compromise. I mean, that sort of backhand there, it's tough to hit a winner from that position. And Heather just quietly going about her business, not giving too much away.
Yeah, she's really struggling, is Lisicki at the moment, and Watson is cleaning up.
Game point.
Good retrieving from Lisicki. But she's getting her big wins when she's the aggressor rather than the defender. Deciding point now.
Billie Jean.
Watson hands her the initiative, and that may be costly. It's 2 games to 1.
Leads
Right,
2-1.
I'll have a quick word with you, Andy. Have you recovered from your doubles loss?
I don't know that I'm ever going to recover emotionally from that, or physically for that matter.
Heather seems to be restoring a bit of pride out here.
We hope so. We could have used that last game to get up 3-0, but I mean, who am I to talk? I just lost 5-0 in men's doubles, so she's doing great by that standard.
It's quite tricky to remember the let cord rule in this, isn't it?
It is, and even Johnny and Martina have played team tennis before, and it's certainly an adjustment, especially if you haven't done it recently. So we definitely could have used the reminder.
Good volley there from Heather Watson. Any advice while you're watching?
Oh no, she's great attitude and fun to be around, and you know, I hope for her sake she gets everything she wants out of the game. She's real good for it.
She certainly is. Right, I'll leave you to concentrate. Thank you.
Thanks.
Beautifully weighted from Watson.
Yeah, lovely pass from Watson, but you've got to question that as an approach shot right in the hitting zone, and Lisicki not really getting too far forward there.
Looked like it might have been long.
Team Elton's challenging the call on the service line. Ball is called good.
Is challenging it. Needs a few more of those to land.
15-40.
How about that for luck? So nearly a double, and because of the let cord, it turned out an ace. She needs that more. Watson's gone off the boil after starting well.
Game point, receiver's choice.
Lisicki's got a chance. So deciding point, Watson choosing the ad cord. And finally a crashing forehand from Lisicki. And it is 2 games each.
Love.
Still a little wayward, isn't it, from Lisicki?
Yeah, it's very wild. I mean, she's really going after that serve, even if it's a first serve. Too many shots here in this rally, just going down the centre of the court. A little short there from Watson. A lovely touch from Lisicki.
Yes, that's the damage he can create.
30 all.
Yeah, clean as a whistle, this one. So sweet on the contact here as a Lisicki.
So it all seems to be changing round. Break point for Lisicki.
Out. Game point, receiver's choice.
So a crucial juncture in the match now. Lisicki choosing to receive from the left court. Shots are beginning to come now from Sabine Lisicki.
And she's playing the big points better as well. I mean, that's 4 out of the 5 games going to a sudden death juice, and Lisicki has won 3 of them.
Overall score, Team Billie Jean 12, Team Elton 7.
So the gap has opened up to 5 now in favour of Team Billie Jean.
Love.
from the German.
30 love.
Yeah, a little sneak in as well.
Love.
She's been mixing up well as well. Lisicki serve and volley coming to the net. Being, very good to watch.
Starting to find her feet now, and that's menacing for Heather Watson.
Game. Team Billie Jean. Team Billie Jean leads 4-2, third set.
So one more game will do it in this particular match.
Love 15.
Badly need Heather to at least win this game, if not the match, because to go 7 games down with just 2 matches, 2 sets to go, that's going to be tough.
15 all.
Footwork was a problem there for Heather Watson. Couldn't really get behind the ball.
All.
There was a chance there, it set up and asked to be hit, and Lisicki couldn't provide it. Remember, she got pretty nervous at the end of the women's doubles. She's going to get nervous here. Couple of alarming mistakes, and Watson edges closer, edges her team closer, the lead down to 5. Can Lisicki's big serve finish this off right here? Close to 5 games, remember.
It's so important in that situation for Watson just to make Lisicki play some sort of volley. So patchy, isn't it, from Lisicki? There's been some incredible hitting, but going through a little patch now where there's a lot of unforced errors.
Another little slider there from Lisicki. Oh, she forgot. Only at the last second did she remember that you have to hit those when they hit the left. passing again.
30-40.
So a couple of game points now for Heather. Told to open it up beforehand.
Game point.
So a huge point now, game point. So in essence it's break point and it's also match point. Lisicki does the job. 5-3 the match, and overall it's
score,
14-8 for
Team
Team Billie Jean King.
Right, well played, Sabine. Let's come and have a word with you. Wow, that was a fantastic performance. You were absolutely ripping the ball out there.
Well, I haven't hit for a few weeks. We finished the season quite late, so it's nice to be back out on the court.
So you've had a bit of a holiday before doing this?
Yes, we finished Fed Cup late, so we were 3 weeks behind everyone else. So yeah, I had a short break, then did fitness mainly, and now it's back on court.
Back on court, but it certainly doesn't look as if you haven't been playing any tennis out there.
Too many mistakes.
Now, it's quite a pressure out here, isn't it? When you've got your teammates on the side, it's such short sets of tennis. But do you enjoy that?
Oh, definitely. It's something completely different. I've never played world team tennis before, so it's the same format, so it's nice. It's something completely different.
Yeah. Could you be tempted to do more?
Yes. You know, we played in the States during the summer, so maybe.
Yeah. Now, just briefly, we've got to, of course, mention the fact that you were a Wimbledon finalist not so long ago. You seem to have a very special relationship with the British people here. They do enjoy watching you, and I know how much you love playing here in the UK. What are your memories of playing at that Wimbledon?
Oh my God, I just love being in London. That's why I was so happy to come back. I've never been here in December. It's so pretty now during Christmas time, so I'm so happy to be back.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you to get ready. I think you're in the mixed doubles, aren't you?
No.
Yes? Oh, you're not. You're going to be cheering on the sideline. Well done. Again, you've put your team back in it. Sabine Lisicki.
Well, this is going to be the key match, you suspect, of this whole competition between Elton John's team and Billie Jean's team, because of that 5-0 bagel whitewash that was enjoyed earlier on in the men's doubles by Henman and Jamie Murray. It means that Team Billie Jean has a 6-game cushion going into this match, and really for Elton John's team, they've got to win it. I think it's fair to say they've got to win it, because that would give Andy Roddick an insurmountable mountain to climb if they don't do that. And they actually don't want to just win it, but they want to win it in some style. You're kind of, I suspect you're looking at if not a 5-love, certainly a 5-1 here as a means of making it anybody's game. Come the final men's singles that's after this.
Fourth set, mixed doubles, Murray to serve.
Oh, many wanted to do that. Clijsters lands a blow on McEnroe. Clijsters and Jamie Murray taking on Johnny Mack and Martina Hingis. Clever little angle there from Kim Clijsters.
Well, the first time we've seen the success there of the player reacting to the let cord. McEnroe alert on that occasion.
Up the sideline.
Game, Team Billie Jean. First game, fourth set.
Team Billie Jean go even further in front. No wonder she's looking confident. It's now a 7-game lead.
McEnroe to serve.
The world's ever known.
15
Strutting his stuff there.
They're not going to hit anything softer to the female player, is he, John McEnroe?
No. Thought would be nice.
Very low.
A shot like that.
30-15.
Yeah, similar to the men's doubles. I mean, Murray's returning exceedingly well. Good disguise there of the lob.
Soft hand she's got, Martina Hingis.
40-15.
Again, Hingis just thinking that one shot ahead here. You'll see that a lot of mixed doubles, that the second ball, the male player quite often going at the lady player.
Times have been tough for Team Elton.
Love.
Well, it needed all of McEnroe's skills to provide that. He's not been on top form this evening.
movement there of McEnroe, just forcing Clijsters to go a little wider with that forehand.
Again, McEnroe beside himself that Clijsters would get a winning first serve. McEnroe, of course, in his time, one of the greatest returners the world's ever known.
He hasn't missed too many, has he, Jamie Murray, this evening?
Game, Team Billie Jean.
Every game is like a thorn in the side of Team Elton.
Team Billie Jean leads 2-1 fourth set.
So it's 2-1, as you can see, a 7-game cushion now. And, from now on, any game that they get, Team Billie Jean is going to make life almost impossible for Andy Roddick.
Love 15.
Showing he's here. Make him feel a little happier about life.
30-15.
Doing really well there out of the court, getting it down low, and again that's when Murray can then get involved.
Strange miss though from McEnroe. Seen him make volleys like that all week.
Kind of sense McEnroe's not too happy out here this evening, getting duffed up
40-30.
that easily in the earlier men's doubles, not having it his own way.
Team Elton, 2 games off.
Hold there. So it's 2 games each. The lead down to 6.
Love 15. All.
Good volley, McEnroe. Just returning a little high.
Yeah, always was a good return, wasn't she, Martina Hingis? Again, not very pacey, but the placement, getting it low, is always the key.
1540.
Quickly in there. It's her contribution that made the difference. Again, great at full stretch there, Jamie Murray.
Well, the first volley was incredible. He's kind of hoping that Clijsters was going to take it, but she didn't. But excellent coverage. His nickname is actually Stretch, isn't it, Jamie Murray's?
It is. You can see why on that last point. Still great point.
Game point, receiver's choice.
See, I think they're better off Hingis receiving this one. Yeah, McEnroe knows it.
It's meant to be gender to gender, though. This is breaking the rules. Hingis again making the difference. McEnroe holds his arm aloft. Here's a mischievous thought for you, Chris. You are allowed
Team
substitutions
leads
here, but would you want to be the
3-2,
manager
fourth
that
set.
replaces John McEnroe?
No way.
Over to you, Elton.
Given it all the other guys on court
15 love.
A few years in the age group category.
Love.
Anticipation and clinical skill there from Jamie Murray.
So good, just watch his movement here. As soon as McEnroe's about to play it, Murray's off.
So quickly in the position.
40-15.
McEnroe called it out and he was right. And now things looking a little cleverer.
Team Elton leads 4 games to 2,
Elton.
fourth set. Overall, Team Billie Jean leads 16-12.
They would love this game though. Reduce the arrears to 3 going into the final match.
15 love.
No.
30 love.
He's just losing his rag a little bit, is McEnroe now. He's not happy with the way things have gone. It's a very different set of circumstances than the ones he's been used to this week.
Yeah, McEnroe will be frustrated at the number of returns that he's missing, and particularly against Clijsters' serve. It's not a big serve.
Game, Team Billie Jean.
Yep, well played, Clijsters and Jamie Murray. So the lead down
Team
to
Elton leads
1.
4 games to 3.
Remember, first to 5 here, but it's the score far right that's the most telling one. This is a must-win game for Hingis and McEnroe. McEnroe thought the serve was long. Indeed, it might have been.
Love 15.
Nothing called. They played on.
Out. 15 all.
Looked like the right shot from Murray.
Again, not a big serve, but Hingis very light on her feet to get into the net.
Beautiful shot from Kim Clijsters.
Yeah, perfect timing.
30 all. Out. 40-30.
Match point. Return set up. The interception there for Jamie.
Game point, receiver's choice.
Yeah, sudden death point coming up, and wouldn't be surprised if Clijsters are going to take it because Murray is so good at the net.
Normal rules applying here, woman to woman. Got a target practice for McEnroe. And that will do Team Elton a whole lot of good. They get the victory, but more importantly, the lead now just down to 4.
Your team have restored a little bit of pride.
Yes, I think it's going to be hard because Tim's now going to play Andy and the rubber match, but I promised Andy many riches if he can actually defeat Tim. But it's going to be hard. But whatever happens, it's been a great night, right?
It certainly has. We are so enjoying it. Now I'm going to have a word with John here. Well played. That was quite tense out there. You had your game face on.
Well, it wasn't really me. Martina's amazing, and so she helped me through. As you noticed, you know, the big return she hit, and she pretty much did it all. But you know, I'm happy to win one.
You looked like you were hurting a bit after that doubles.
No, well, you know, I was hurting. You know, it's hard to get bageled in a charity match, but I'm gonna have to live with that one for a couple of months. But it's a great cause, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and of course, what everyone's got to know is you've played a lot of tennis here this week. You've played some very long matches. You're giving away a few years to these youngsters out here. You must be pretty tired.
I'm a little bit tired, but you know, I love these guys, and it's just, you know, we keep fighting, and you know, Elton and Billie Jean are two of the greatest people in the world, so it's a privilege to be here.
It certainly is. Now, any advice for Andy Roddick out here?
Don't make me substitute. That's my...
John McEnroe, ladies and gentlemen.
So one set of tennis left. When we come back, Tim Henman looks to close it out for Team Billie Jean against Andy Roddick. We'll be right back.
So here we go with the final match. Andy Roddick representing Team Elton John and Tim Henman representing Team Billie Jean King. Billie Jean leads 17-13. If Tim wins this match, then that's it, done and dusted. If Andy Roddick wins this match, depending upon what the margin of victory is, we'll be going into overtime. Here we go, the last match to decide this challenge match.
Play.
Yeah, first things first, Roddick has to
Roddick
win
to
to
serve.
keep this alive.
15 love.
I guess in many ways he's the man you want playing, isn't it? These big matches with that big serve.
30 love.
You know, ideal format for the way he plays, because he plays really quick, and if you get on a good roll, build up some momentum, it's tough for the opposition.
40 love.
Henman forgot. He forgot you played the lens. It must be so tempting to do that.
Game, Team Elton.
Roddick is really firing down those serves in a way that he didn't consistently against Gonzalez in the singles
First
final
game,
this
fifth
afternoon.
set.
Yeah, 4 first serves in, and looking pretty sharp.
Henman to serve.
Certainly up for this is Roddick.
Even after delay, Team Elton is challenging the call on the baseline. Ball was called out.
Max says challenge. But
call stands.
Normally Max
15
eyesight's
love.
better than that.
Team Elton has one challenge remaining this set.
Waited until Henman had to commit.
30-15.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice match to watch. Good contrast in styles. Henman looking to get forwards, and Roddick just trying to pick him off from the back.
Passing shot of Roddick may be the key to this match, apart from obviously the Roddick serve. Going to see a lot of situations just like this one. challenges. Tim not wasting one there.
40-30.
Heard that a few times.
One game all, fifth set.
Lead back up to 4. Henman was able to counter. Great instinct.
Yeah, great reactions off the left ball here by Henman. Kept his eye on the ball.
$15 all.
Boy, oh boy, 126, it seemed quicker than that. Moving like a spring chicken, the 40-year-old.
Yeah, right, it's got to hurt him though. Interested to see how he responds, but what a backhand, lovely angle.
Stan Wawrinka.
$40-30.
Ball staying so low from that slice backhand.
Game, Team Elton.
So the lead down to 3. Every game absolutely crucial if
Team Elton leads
Roddick is able to win this.
Set.
He does win. We keep on going until it's tied. But if Henman wins one game after that, then the match is over.
15 all.
Serving well. Sorry, Tim. Put the mockers on him. Had been serving well.
Very quiet.
return nowhere near what Roddick wanted, and it got the treatment.
Yeah, quite often the benchmark of how Henman plays is how hard he's hitting his forehand. Good signs here. Forehand and serve working nicely.
Team Billie Jean. Two games all, fifth set.
So it's 2-all
overall,
at the change
Team
round, and the
leads.
lead for Billie Jean's team goes back up to 4.
15 love.
And again, Henman forgot about the net. My sympathies are with him.
All.
Should have made it. Roddick was fearing the worst. Thought that might be going long.
40-15.
And the net against him. Everything working against Henman in that particular game. Roddick back in the lead.
Team Elton leads
Team
3 games to 2, fifth set. Overall score,
lead just 3.
Team Billie Jean 19, Team Elton 16.
Big serve of his own there. It's Henman, 117.
15 love.
You're saying how he's remodeled his serve, so he's leaning forwards a lot more now in delivery.
Yeah, he's putting less weight on that front leg, so the key there that he's working on is trying to release the ball toss with his body weight going forwards. A tip that he was told, he said, too late in his career.
40 love.
The last time I was questioning how well he was serving, he served a double, but it's been pretty consistent apart from that.
Forty 50.
Yeah, unlucky. The net call that was his, Roddick there, who committed himself. Every game's important for him, and even if he is to end up losing this.
3 games all.
So the cushion 4 now. First to 5, remember. But if Roddick wins it, we go on into overtime. If he keeps winning games, then we're in for a super tiebreaker.
Love.
Now he's challenging Henman.
Team Billie Jean is challenging the call on the service line. Ball was called good.
Heading right on the junction.
Call stands. 15 love.
Gets down nice and low for this passing shot as Henman.
Team Billie Jean has one challenge remaining
Balance
for
with
this
the
set.
backhand.
Thank you, Volker.
.119 in it. Just kept on sliding. Some brutal serving from Roddick. To every Roddick move there.
Yeah, a bit of change up on the return here.
40,
Little chip and charge. Ball not coming up again.
Game point, receiver's choice.
So game point here. This would be huge in the context of the match if Henman was able to take this.
Sure you want that side?
A little gingerly away from that. I don't know if he's stretched something, but that is a vital break for
Team Billie Jean leads 4-3.
And it means that if
set.
Henman holds
Overall
here,
score, 21-16.
Team Billie Jean win.
Yeah, it's been impressive this evening as Henman serving well and like his build-up play from the back of the court.
Love.
This gets better and better. Oh yeah, how about the next one for a full house to finish off a glorious evening. Match point this for the whole thing for Billie Jean's team. Oh, and wouldn't you believe it? The leg cord does the trick. An excellent finish for Tim Elton. Team Billie Jean the first one out to congratulate him. But they won it in the end with some ease, 22-16.
What an honor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after that incredible end to that last game, serving it out by Tim Henman, he has sealed the victory for Team Billie Jean. What a way to serve it out, Tim.
Best service game of my life, I think. Yeah, I was as surprised as anyone. They don't don't normally go in the corners like that, and then I got a little bit of help off the net cord. But no, it's just been such a fantastic day. It's my debut in team tennis, and Billie Jean and Elton just do such a fantastic job. So fingers crossed, if Billie Jean invited me back to play for her team again, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
I'm sure she would definitely love to have you. And it's a fun formula, isn't it?
It is. It's brilliant. You know, it's the matches are moving along quickly. You've got a great combination of the girls singles, the mixed doubles, the girls doubles, boys doubles, and then some singles to finish off. So it's got a great history, and hopefully the event can go from strength to strength, and we can continue to raise some amazing funds for a great charity.
Yeah, and I guess everyone's still got to get used to this let cord.
Yeah, I'm a slow learner. I'm 40, I've been playing for 37 years, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to that.
Okay, well, let's get Billie Jean in here. Quickly, let's have a word with you. Billie Jean, and Sir Elton as well. Have you had a great time despite the loss, Sir Elton? It was good fun.
It was fun. It was great tennis. Everyone played their heart out, and you can't ask for more than that. Giving people who give their time to do something like this, athletes who give their time, are amazing people because they have such busy schedules, and I can't thank them enough. And everyone who came tonight, and Billie Jean is now 11 games all after 22 years. So.
We're counting. I know you're such a good advocate of the team spirit because you've been running this event for so many years now, but I know you said to me before we came out here this evening, you just want kids to be involved in team sports, whatever that might be.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it teaches them to think about others. It's the way real life is. Family's a team, everybody's a team, and we need to champion each other. Particularly both men and women need to champion each other, and you got to see both men and women participating. We really appreciate everyone, all the players.
Great stuff. Well, it's been a wonderful event. Thank you so much to everybody. Well done, Billie Jean King, and to Elton John and the teams. Tim Henman, Kim Clijsters, Jamie Murray, Sabine Lisicki, Martina, Hingis, John McEnroe, Andy Roddick, and Heather Watson.
With the win tonight, Billie Jean King ties Elton John with 11 wins apiece overall since Smash Hits began. But the real winner is the Elton John AIDS Foundation, with all the monies raised this evening helping to support HIV and AIDS prevention and awareness. We will be back to wrap things up from Royal Albert Hall in a moment. Thank you so much for joining us for a great night of tennis for a great cause. For the second time, more than $1 million was raised for the Elton John AIDS Foundation. Over $13 million in the event's 22-year history. Thanks for watching Milan World Team Tennis Smash Hits. Until next time, bye for now.
First it starts with my relationships with Billie Jean and Elton. They've been so good to me and in my foundation. Billie being a board member and Elton having played it something like 5 times, and so I definitely look forward to playing here every year for them and for the Elton John AIDS Foundation. Tennis is it's like a big family, and we've had great role models as far as philanthropy goes. From Arthur Ashe to to what Billie Jean has done for women's sports, and we're lucky enough to have good fans like Elton John too, who can put it on an event like this. You know, it's great to see the way they've kind of used their friendship, you know, to put you know, AIDS research on a pedestal and to really do something about it, and it's a cool thing to see what they do.
So here we go with the final match. Andy Roddick representing Team Elton John and Tim Henman representing Team Billie Jean King. Billie Jean leads 17-13. If Tim wins this match, then that's it, done and dusted. If Andy Roddick wins this match, depending upon what the margin of victory is, we'll be going into overtime. Here we go, the last match to decide this challenge match.
Play.
Yeah, first things first, Roddick has to win to keep this alive.
15 love.
Guess in many ways it is the man you want playing, isn't it? In these big matches with that big serve.
30 love.
You know, ideal format for the way he plays, because he plays really quick, and if you get on a good roll, build up some momentum, it's tough for the opposition.
Henman forgot. He forgot you played the lens. It must be so tempting to do that.
Game, Team Elton.
Roddick is really firing down those serves in a way that he didn't consistently against Gonzalez in the singles final this afternoon.
Yeah, 4 first serves in, and looking pretty sharp.
Henman to serve.
Certainly up for this is Roddick.
Even after delay, Team Elton is challenging the call on the baseline. Ball was called out.
Max says challenge. But
call stands.
Normally Max eyesight's better than that.
Team Elton has 1 challenge remaining this set.
Waited until Henman had to commit.
30-15.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice match to watch. Good contrast and styles. Henman looking to get forwards, and Roddick just trying to pick him off from the back.
Passing shot of Roddick may be the key to this match, apart from obviously the Roddick serve. Going to see a lot of situations just like this one. Challenges, Tim not wasting one
40,
there.
30.
heard that a few times.
One game all, fifth set.
Lead back up to 4. Henman was able to counter. Great instinct.
Yeah, great reactions off the left court here by Henman. Kept his eye on the ball.
$15 all.
Boy, oh boy, 126, it seemed quicker than that. Moving like a spring chicken, the 40-year-old.
Yeah, Roddick's got to hurt him though. Interested to see how he responds, but what a backhand, lovely angle.
Stan Wawrinka.
The ball stayed so low from that slice backhand.
Game, Team Elton.
So the lead down to 3. Every game absolutely crucial if
Team Elton leads
Roddick is able to win this.
Set.
He does win. We keep on going until it's tied. But if Henman wins one game after that, then the match is over.
15 all.
Serving well. Sorry, Tim. Put the mockers on him. Had been serving well.
Very quiet.
Nowhere near what it wanted, and it got the treatment.
Yeah, quite often the benchmark of how Henman plays is how hard he's hitting his forehand. Good signs here. Forehand and serve working nicely.
Team Billie Jean. 2 games all, fifth set.
So it's 2-all
Overall,
at the change
Team Billie
round,
Jean
and the
leads
lead for Billie Jean's team
19-15.
goes back up to 4. And again, Henman forgot about the net. My sympathies are with him.
all.
Should have made it. Roddick was fearing the worst. Tim thought that might be going long.
40-15.
Everything working against Henman in that particular game. Roddick back in the lead.
Team Elton leads 3-2, fifth set. Overall score,
just 3.
Team Billie Jean 19, Team Elton 16.
Serve zone there. It's Henman, 117.
15 love.
You're saying how he's remodeled his serve, so he's leaning forwards a lot more now in delivery.
Yeah, he's putting less weight on that front leg, so the key there to always working was trying to release the ball toss with his body weight going forwards. A tip that he was told, he said, too late in his career.
40 love.
Well, last time I was questioning how well he was serving, he served a double, but it's been pretty consistent apart from that.
$40-50.
Yeah, unlucky. The net call is Roddick there, who committed himself. Every game's important for him, and even if he is to end up losing this.
3 games all.
So the cushion 4 now. First to 5, remember. But if Roddick wins it, we go on into overtime. If he keeps winning games, then we're in for a super tiebreaker.
$15 love.
Now he's challenging Henman.
Team Billie Jean is challenging the call on the service line. Ball was called good.
Heading right on the junction.
Call stands. 15 love.
And low for this passing shot as Henman.
Team Billie Jean has 1 challenge remaining
balance
for the
with the backhand.
Thank you, Volgo.
Martina, and it just kept on sliding. Some brutal serving from Roddick.
Bit of change up on the return here.
40,
the
30.
Chip and charge. Ball not coming out again.
Game point, receiver's choice.
So game point here. This would be huge in the context of the match if Henman was able to take this.
Sure you want that side?
Away from that, I don't know if he's stretched something, but that is a vital break for
Team Billie
Henman.
Jean leads 4-3.
And it means that if Henman holds
overall
here,
score, 21-16,
Team Billie Jean win.
Yeah, it's been impressive this evening as Henman, serving well and like his build-up play from the back of the court.
Just
gets better and better.
Oh
yeah, how about the next one for a full house to finish off a glorious evening. Match point this for the whole thing for Billie Jean's team. And wouldn't you believe it? The net cord does the trick. An excellent finish for Tim Henman. Team Billie Jean have done the job. The first one out to congratulate them. But they won it in the end with Sunny's 22-16.
What a honor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after that incredible end to that last game, serving it out by Tim Henman, he has sealed the victory for Team Billie Jean. What a way to serve it out, Tim.
Best service game of my life, I think. Yeah, I was as surprised as anyone. They don't normally go in the corners like that, and then I got a little bit of help off the net cord. But no, it's just been such a fantastic day. It's my debut in team tennis, and Billie Jean and Elton just do such a fantastic job. So fingers crossed, if Billie Jean invited me back to play for her team again, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
I'm sure she would definitely love to have you. And it's a fun formula, isn't it?
It is. It's brilliant. You know, it's the matches are moving along quickly. You've got a great combination of the, you know, the girls singles, the mixed doubles, the girls doubles, boys doubles, and then some singles to finish off. So it's got a great history, and hopefully the event can go from strength to strength, and we can continue to raise, you know, some amazing funds for a great charity.
Yeah, and I guess everyone's still got to get used to this let cord.
Yeah, I'm a slow learner. I'm 40. I've been playing for 37 years, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to get used to that.
Okay, well, let's get Billie Jean in here quickly. Let's have a word with you, Billie Jean, and Sir Elton as well. Have you had a great time despite the loss, Sir Elton? It was good fun.
It was fun. It was great tennis. Everyone played their heart out, and you can't ask for more than that. Giving people who give their time to do something like this, athletes who give their time, are amazing people because they have such busy schedules, and I can't thank them enough. And everyone who came tonight, and Billie Jean is now 11 games all after 22 years. So.
We're counting. I know you're such a good advocate of the team spirit because you've been running this event for so many years now, but I know you said to me before we came out here this evening, you just want kids to be involved in team sports, whatever that might be.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it teaches them to think about others. It's the way real life is. You know, family's a team, everybody's a team, and we need to champion each other. Particularly both men and women need to champion each other, and you got to see both men and women participating. We really appreciate everyone, all the players.
Great stuff. Well, it's been a wonderful event. Thank you so much to everybody. Well done, Billie Jean King and to Elton John and the teams. Tim Henman, Kim Clijsters, Jamie Murray, Sabine Lisicki, Martina, Hingis, John McEnroe, Andy Roddick and Heather Watson.
With the win tonight, Billie Jean King ties Elton John with 11 wins apiece overall since Smash Hits began. But the real winner is the Elton John AIDS Foundation, with all the monies raised this evening helping to support HIV and AIDS prevention and awareness. We will be back to wrap things up from Royal Albert Hall in a moment. Thank you so much for joining us for a great night of tennis for a great cause. For the second time, more than $1 million was raised for the Elton John AIDS Foundation. Over $13 million in the event's 22-year history. Thanks for watching Milan World Team Tennis Smash Hits. Until next time, bye for now.